Use a promote coupon. Okay. I got a couple more molds, and there are a bunch more on the way. I actually have no idea which ones these are. Like, I know what I bought, but I can't remember because I bought so many. So, we're going to open these up. And then if you saw my video from earlier, I'm going to try to demold those pink fondant molds. Try to open this in a way that I don't dox myself. It says wings on it. Hey, Yoni. What to the skull I make? The one that I made the last time is sitting in the wet box. What happened? Yeah. The one I made last time, it's sitting in the wet box. Right now, I currently have, I rolled out a slab of porcelain clay earlier, and it's currently, I'm trying to dry it to leather hard, and then we're going to try to attach it and make like a nice crown. We'll see. The porcelain seems really like short. Like, I don't know if too much of the fine particles came out of it or if it's just a water issue. It's not that great for hand building. What I do for Mother's Day? I called my mom. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Sorry. The crown was drying and it had a big gaping hole, so I wanted to make sure it dries evenly and doesn't crack. But yeah, I called my mom for Mother's Day, and then I watched Lord of the Rings and knitted. Extended edition, because I don't know, I thought it was going to be a harder watch because they're like 4 hours a piece or something like that, but you're talking to somebody that can binge, you know, a season in a day of a show. So I finished it last night. What'd you do for Mother's Day, Yoni? What'd y'all do for Mother's Day? Did you call your moms if you could? I am lucky to still have my mom with us. Hey, Geffen Black, thank you for sharing. Boy, I appreciate it. Okay. The tiniest, like finger for comparison, the tiniest wings. I'm currently using very tiny wings for my trolls, so these will be useful. I know that I ordered a couple pair of dragon wings, which I'm excited about. I think some antlers. We'll see. All right, let's see what this one is. Oh, it's a big one. Ooh, it's a heavy one. Thank you so much for sharing the live. Keeping an eye on the other streams. if somebody decides to talk to me over on Twitch or YT, I'm trying my best to pay attention. Oh, I don't know why I'm standing here doing that. You guys probably just want to see the mold. My brain's like, save the bubble wrap. Well, I gotta say they did a great job. Wrapping and packing. There's a lot of good packing in the box too. Okay. Gare? I don't remember. I really don't. Might be a problem. I might have a problem. Fairy wings. It's a wings kind of day. These are big. Big, big, big. These are bigger than they looked in the listing. Hey, UP! Welcome in. Thank you for the likes. I'm unwrapping molds. I have a problem. How you doing? Stressed? What's wrong? Do you want to talk about it? It's okay if you don't. It might make you more stressed. But I'm here. Oh, these are big. Trying to fit everything into your van. Oh, you're traveling, right? I saw one of your posts this morning about what yarn to take. Oh, these are huge. Whoa. Hand for reference. I don't have a banana for scale. Yep. Yeah, that is frustrating. I'm not a light packer, so I feel the pain. These are huge, huge. They look cool though. Not for the trolls, obviously. Look like I'm only going to be able to bring 9 rabbits instead of all 10. Oh my goodness. Somebody will be home to watch the 10th. Yeah, this is cool. Huge, but cool. So, too big for the trolls. Probably perfect for the skulls. My friend is going to watch Jamie. Oh, good. Sucks that you can't bring them all, though. Okay, that is it for molds. Well, that's it for plaster molds. I'm going to leave those there, and we're going to travel. We're traveling over to the seat. So, say goodbye to my face. There we go. Well, I hope you can figure it out and you can find a bunch of space. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna flip my monitor around so I can see the chats. Perfect. I need to change. There we go. It'll work out, just a pain figuring it all out. I understand completely. So stressful. Hopefully it'll go by fast and then you'll be on the road and you'll have everything that you wanted to have. Okay. Yep. Yippers. So all of these have been sitting for the weekend. Looks like some of them are all ready to come out. So we're gonna demold. Some of them look cracked. So some of them, it worked a little too well. I was hopeful, but we'll see. Like I said, I think in the caption of my video and when I was pouring them, somebody said that the pink ones are the ones to go for if you're looking for stuff for appliques. So fingers crossed. So I just want to make sure this is even, and that you guys can see what's going on. Without seeing too much of my lap. We don't need all that. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, all set. So this one up here cracked in 3 places, and as I'm moving it, this one's cracking. Ooh. It's just cracking. It took the detail quite nicely, but I think this one's just a little too complicated of a design. So try it like this. Nah, I just cracked it into more pieces. Alright, dumping that in the bucket. That was a no. I mean, but I did get extremely good detail out of it. So this one broke too, but it does look like the majority of it's coming out. Oh, that's quite nice. So that came out all right. It's also having the same problem. Ray. Thanks for liking the live. This one is a little bit more, has a little bit more moisture in it than that one did. This one's pretty dry. But still too much detail. So these are a no-go as well. This one's like moving with it, both of them, because they're still kind of moist. I don't know, they just sat in a wet box all weekend, so. These ones have already tried their escape. And where they were poured well, it looks like they've turned out beautifully. So, these, fantastic. Very encouraging. Oh, this is great. Success. Oh, this is wonderful. Wonderful. Yes. This is yes. These, not so much. Like, I don't have hopes for any of these to make it out. These ones I didn't fill all the way. So. Ooh, this one's still squishy. Ooh. Some of these are still squish, so they need to sit. If it's too wet and you try to release it, it's gonna stick to the mold. These are great. I found with these ones that they have to be pretty close to bone dry. Uh-oh, just dropped a bunch. It's fine. When they're coming out. Otherwise they stick to the mold. So I only had one stick and I've dropped one. Let me see if I can get it. Look at all those. Oh, okay. This one fell on its side. Gotta go back in the bucket. Plenty of gems. And this little flourish that I can fix. This one, not so much. Alright, and then these I assumed were too rigid, but joke's on me. This one is more rigid. There's some air bubbles, but other than that, it came out great. So, I think these just have too many little in pieces. Too many fine details. I'm gonna let this one sit for a little bit longer because it's still got a lot of water in it. Alright. Gentle, gentle, gentle. That's not surviving, this little bit right there. Yeah, that wasn't surviving. This is still too wet. This one is too. If it comes out in only a few pieces, that's better than nothing. Oh, I broke it. Where is this pointing up? Thank you for the likes. This one's just too many little pieces. So, it did really get lovely detail, but there's just too many little crevices. And I don't think that I think this hurts more than it helps. So far, this one was the only one that was close to good. And they all went in the same box, so. Little bits dropping off. Ooh. We might yet. I did not put any like cornstarch or anything in these either. I don't think that it would have helped, if I'm honest. We did get all these jewels, which is good. Now, I haven't been able to get reliable jewels in any of the molds that I've bought, so that unsurprising, or much surprising win. That's cool. So the next thing, I guess, to try is for the ones that I can't get, cast resin in them, probably, and then either press them into like slabs of clay to make a mold, or do a plaster mold from them. This one's like so close. I don't want to push it too far. Maybe if I could get them to stick to here. list them out. It's not doing that. A little bit of silicone in that. There's these little ball pieces. I don't think we need them. They're gonna break off anyway. This doesn't look so bad. Looks like something. Sorry. Also sorry for quacking like a duck. These pieces are going to get dry very fast. I need to move them. Into a wet box while I'm doing this fiddly stuff. And then I'll pull out most of them probably. Clean that one up too. I'm gonna turn my air conditioner back on. So these are a bit dry. Need to be careful. Oh, there it goes. Pointing it in the wrong direction. There we go. Maybe. It's really dry. Well, easier said than done. I think it's too dry. It's like breaking. Alright, we'll make use of the pieces that did come out. Set them down. Try to introduce water in very slowly. Okay. This one is looking okay. think it looks that bad. If we can get a matching one out of these molds, that would be, I'd be ecstatic. We need symmetry. Sticking. Sticking too. This one is so close. Ugh. Keep ripping it. Find my favorite brush. Oh, I found it. Just had to look for it. The thing about the one that this came from with the thicker silicone is that it costs more. Like these pink ones, the fondant molds were like next to nothing, but I was looking at other ones of these. I think this one was like 20 bucks. Gotta let that one dry a little bit. Another one from the thick one. Looks pretty good. Just one more. Probably stand to dry a little bit longer. Yeah, I don't know. Overall, probably better than I should have expected. tips on these are great. The handles not so much. Paramore in my head. Really wanted to do a lot of skull crowns, but doesn't look like the logistics are lining up for me. Like the regular clay that I have that's the same as my slip, just not deflocculated, is... I thought I remembered it being a lot more workable. So... since I've reclaimed it, it doesn't seem to be sent it through the slab roller, which is usually no problem. And had no luck, so I don't know. So this is nice. excited for that. We may be at a good state of wetness with the crown, so I'm gonna readjust. So y'all can see what I'm doing. So this is the third attempt today on this guy. We'll see if I can make it work. Just trying to curve it around a bucket. But it appears to be pretty well at leather hard, so let's see if I can get it together. This could end badly, because this is porcelain. Like I said, it feels like it's kind of short. It's the best way I can describe it, like crumbly. We're gonna try our best. Just don't know if I want we get this together. I should probably put it onto the skull and then attach jewels and stuff, because it may be a little bit better supported on the skull. A little bit of my hair in there. I did this a lot thicker than I would normally do. Make sure we get the inside. 2. It's cracking. I'm doing my best to keep it together. If I add too much water, it'll be too wet. If it's too dry, it will crack. And if I touch it too much, porcelain's got this funny way of, I don't know how to describe it, like melting. Trying to find that balance. It's splitting. Try to use my sponge to add water back into it. Hopefully not too much. Where's my little thumb tool? Here it is. This stuff is not made for hand building. They have said on the website that it was okay, but it's not. They lied. For some reason, I hear the Wonder Woman theme playing. This is a very Wonder Woman shape. I think it was called Superhero Tiara when I downloaded the template. So. But hopefully it'll look anything but. Looks cool so far. Thank you. Hopefully it'll stay that way. I'm gonna go grab the skull and we will crown it. Crown prince, I don't know. Crown princess. We'll see. But you can't catch me now. This one is pretty dry. Didn't think that out. I didn't think that out. Move the camera. What do we think? So gets to attaching. I hate the camera angle. I don't know. This is probably good. It's already like cracky cracking. So I'm gonna go like little bit by little bit on attaching. Hopefully, once we get the slip involved, it'll rehydrate the crown enough that we won't get any more cracking. Cross your fingers. Don't hold your breath though. Great. See it cracking. I'm gonna try to get this attached, and then I have to go in and take care of my dogs, so I'll sign off and be back after I get them taken care of. These little like bent wires that need to be, I desperately need them to be straight so that I can aim. It's already breaking apart. Okay. We might not be able to score the other side.
see my face in every place, but you can't catch me now.
Puzzle.
Do not recommend trying to hand build with porcelain. Just don't do it. Just say no. Water off of my brush. Okay. Alright, so I have it attached.
gonna put the OBS stream on a break, and I'm gonna end the TT stream, and I will be back in like 15 minutes. Moisturize the whole thing. Put some plastic over it. Be right back. Here is my lid. I'm gonna wash my hands and then I'm gonna stop the streams. I've seen my face in every place, but you can't catch me out. Okay. Be right back.
getting dry.
It's going to be quite lovely there. Mic is on. Does that look off center? Oh no. What if we just pointed this way? We're not perfect. We're not symmetrical. It's fine. It'll be fine. These bits, that bit, perhaps this one. I'm gonna have a seat. Very much in the mood for royalty after watching all of Lord of the Rings the past few days. We might be a little crooked. We all might be a little crooked. These are... So I've only just attached this a few minutes ago. I need to go back in and reinforce it before we start decorating. If you'll allow me the time to do that. And then we'll get to the fun stuff as soon as possible. This is the one that I need. That is the same one. Big brush. Big brush might not be the one for this. This might be better.
want to stick around for the tedious parts, then make sure you follow me. I'll be sure to show you it when it's done. Anastasia. Oh, that would be beautiful. I've thought about doing Anastasia's crown. The one from the movie. But it's a lot of just like rhinestone. So, no, there's no inspiration for this one yet. Yes. Thank you for liking the live. Yeah, I don't know. I had a few templates, and I just picked the template that I liked the most. And so this is the first, hopefully not last, of this series. Because my clay is not cooperating. Thank you so much for the likes. And yeah, if you're coming through and you're impatient, just give me a follow and I'll let you guys know how this ends up looking. And if you know somebody that might like my stuff, make sure you share my live with them or share my page with them. Thank you for the follow, Leo. I'd greatly appreciate it. Trying to find my people. You notice the difference in color of the clay. It's the same clay, it's just I think a different batch. Also, the clay for the crown has been reclaimed. That's cool. First time viewer. Well, welcome in. Thank you. I'm not live consistently, but I try to be live as much as possible when I'm working. Just trying to make sure that we have a good attachment here. And then after that, we can move on to decorating. You sell them? I do. My online shop is probably closed for the rest of the year. I am prepping for Oddities and Curiosities Expo in Portland in October. And then whatever's left from that will be my jump start on the holiday season for markets here in Portland, Oregon, USA, West Coast. Don't know where you are. But yeah, my online shop is not, I didn't have success with it. So my website is there, I just don't have anything listed on it. Toledo, Ohio. I used to live on the East Coast in Virginia. I've been to Cleveland. And I think we went through Cincinnati or Independence. Can't remember. You guys have great rest stops. Hey Taylor. Best rest stops in my experience in the country. I think we're good and attached, and I think it's got a good amount of moisture back into it, so I'll keep an eye on it while it's drying. But we're gonna try. I also think it's a little off center, but who isn't these days? I'm just trying to get this out of the mold without breaking it. Without breaking it too much. There we go. Take your word on that. I wouldn't know rest stops in Ohio area. They were at least when I went through. Very nice. All of them were like travel centers. It, like I said, it was pre-COVID. So I don't know how they are now, but clean bathrooms, plenty of souvenir shops, and good food places. Guessing it's a female skull and crown. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'll know until it's done. It is a very Wonder Woman shape, I've been told. I don't know that I was considering a gender. I just picked out the design that I liked. Thanks for liking the live. Okay. So we've got some flourishes to work with. Ooh, I was about to toss that and I needed it to reattach. Almost done with the kitchen and then I can move into our room. Hooray! Progress. I love this for you. I take it your inspection went well? Thank you for liking the live. Appreciate you so much. I hope that other people will find me. Can make more friends and we'll be unstoppable. This one's a little mucky muck. You can't catch me. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. Because this just fits so well. I don't know if I want to do like this at the top or this down here and maybe a jewel up here. Jewel down there. I think this kind of fits high. I think high is good. UP's back. Hi, UP. Hope your packing is going well too. Thinking bottom with jewel, like this. All right, let's do it. I can be swayed. Just need to pick the right jewel. So I'm gonna attach this guy first. Trying to soften it up. David, thank you for the gift. Thank you for the rose. Let's attach. Thank you. Thank you for being here. You're the artist, I'm just giving my opinion. Well, I appreciate opinions. I was thinking either way. That's the fun part about doing this live with other people, because I can get opinions. Hold on, I dropped it. Okay, we're good. Ugh, minor damage. I can fix it though. Ooh, too much water. What's something like that cost? Can you give me a range? I was thinking for these somewhere between like 150, 175. It really depends on how much more detail goes into it and the effort. I'm still, like I said, this is the first one of these that I'm making, so not bad, right? Yeah. So I'm still kind of feeling out prices. Like I've made other skulls, and I want the range to be in like the 150, 125, 150 plus for those. Okay. Let's go back to trying to attach these. Love Halloween most. I love Halloween. Halloween, I want to say it's my favorite holiday, but I like to eat, so Thanksgiving for the food, not for the colonizer worship. But Halloween it's tied, because I like candy too. How many trolls have I gotten done? Let me turn around. 7. I got 4 little devils and 3 of the biblically accurate angel trolls. So 7, and then I've got 14. Is it 14 big ones in the wet box? I'm 15 because I've got one cooking. I'm just trying to make a new one, like pour a new one every day, so I have plenty to do. And I've dragon wings coming. So excited for the dragon wings. I got both like cookie cutters and then actual like wings, so. UP needs a bigger car. Something big that fits all the bunnies. Does that look off center? No. Not now. I think this queen has a bone to pick with you. Yes. Give me puns. Good placement, you think? I love puns and dad jokes. Looks great to me. Who did her contour? It really brings out her cheekbones. That's just my poor lighting. Oh, goodness. I apologize if I'm like mouth breathing. My face is like right next to the camera. And Michelle's here. Aw, snap, it's a party now. Agreed, Silverways is an icon. Hi, I love you, but I can't stay. Just wanted to say hello. Well, I appreciate you coming in to say hello. I love you back. Trying to be like very careful about the amount of slip that I add for attaching. Don't want to mess the design up, but I need it to be attached. So I'm trying to finish the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, like the book, the audio book. I didn't finish it before I had to return it on Libby, and they just sent it back to me yesterday. So I'm about 2.5 hours away from finishing it. I already watched the movie, so I know that it's probably pretty close to what happens. But I have that Olivia Rodrigo song from the movie. I think it was Olivia Rodrigo. Stuck in my head. I'm in the breeze, I'm in the trees, my footsteps on the ground. That one. It's King Henry VIII, 7th wife, Anne Boleyn. Let's go. Boleyn. I'm trying to think of good puns, but my mind is completely empty. Keep them coming. Give me your puns. It's okay, so is hers. Completely. Completely empty. You can see right through it. I think that's attached enough. I'm gonna go grab some jewels. I got lash extensions that you do yourself and failed miserably at it. Those were like the little ones, right? These ones are like really, really dry. We'll see. I need to see this. You took them off. Gonna try again tomorrow. If at first you don't succeed. Right eye went great, but the left eye, sheesh. Alright, let's bring out the jewels. I have some like huge ones. That's too much. Okay, that's a maybe. It's like a heart. That might make it. Oh, I dropped it and it chipped. That's fine. Oh, this. It's like kind of square, kind of circular. I think this one's good. I'll do that one first. And then we'll come back to them. Can't have this fall.
Sorry. Yeah, I want to see too. Me too. Sorry about it. Can you catch me now? I don't. Just kidding. I hope you succeed. Might be too dry in here. Say it's bone dry. But tis. Alright, that one got me. That one got me good. You got me. I don't know if Warrior Squirrel is still in here. If you are in here, I hope that you're doing well. I hope that your new job started. Your new old job. Would you say I'm very humorous? Trying my hardest not to lose the detail. It's being stubborn. I have to be careful because these are actually bone dry. Gonna assume you're gonna fire it in a kiln. That is correct. You are correct. This is porcelain clay. So, in order for it to vitrify, it must go in the kiln. For the first time, to get it solid so that I can glaze it. And then again, so that I can fire it. And then possibly a third and fourth time, depending upon if I'm putting anything on it. Like gold or mother of pearl. Which I might because it has jewels. Little man's curl clumps make me so jealous. It's so unfair. It's so unfair when the babies get these beautiful, effortless curls. I wasn't gonna add straight water to these, but it's working, so. As long as I don't overdo it. Should be able to get some moisture back into these. You just watched me break that. It's okay, it can be fixed. I will check it out when I'm off live. No, I will not need a cast to fix it. Took a class in Iceland and made 4-piece Christmas tree, 1 medium and 1 large ring base. That's awesome. Hand building? That sounds so cool. Also, being in Iceland sounds so cool. It was cool. I'm a Navy vet. Cool. My brother was, maybe is still in the Navy. I don't know. I have not talked to him in many years. I think it's got to be the little ones, if I'm gonna do any at all. It's a cast of a macchiato. I'm sorry, it's okay. It's his choice, his right. It sucks not knowing whether or not he's still with us, but his choice. I think they're with us in spirit. I haven't talked to my family in over 20 years. I'm sorry to hear that. That is tough. By choice?
you don't have to tell me. Con my hubby into making me a bowl of Cheerios. Nice. Not by choice. It's hard when that happens. Must be careful. This is looking better. Uh-oh, it's stuck. My mother passed in 06 and my father soon after. Sorry to hear that. Ugh. I lost my dad in 2016, but we were not close. That looks better. See if I can get this on. Oh no, it broke in my hand. Still try. If it doesn't work, I will cut it off. It's time to get the bone saw. I think it needs a splint. Yeah. Maybe. I'm catching up, I'm catching up. Worst part is I don't know where she's buried. Where she's from, Kentucky, where she died, or Minnesota. That's hard too. So sorry. Can't even go visit. You could try find a grave. That's how I found my grandparents. Back when I was doing like genealogy stuff. My dad said he wanted to be buried like with my grandparents, but never told me where to find them. So I found it myself. not buried there, but still. Find a grave is good. She passed while I was in and never got a notification of her passing till later. Yeah, that's... I know that when my dad died, my brother was in, and we were still talking at the time, and I had to go through... I guess it's better now, communication, because they still have email. They just can't check it a whole lot. But I had to go through Red Cross to be able to get him able to come out. And then even then, they wouldn't bring him all the way out. They would only bring him back to base. So that stuff's hard. So yeah, it's only a little bit better now, but I don't know. I've tried both his Navy email and his personal and haven't gotten a response in years, so I don't know what happened to him. And it's hard not knowing. A little bit. Red Cross notifications are very hit or miss too. Yeah, luckily, I mean, they were able to get him, so he was at least able to go home and see his family, and he had been on the boat for a while, like I think like 16 months at that point, so it's an arbitrary number, like somewhere over a year it had been. It's hardest around major holidays. I'm single and live alone other than my cat. Been alone, I understand. Oh my god, I love this. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, thank you. It's coming out of my head and into the world. Depends on chain of command and if their mission is essential and whatnot. Heard. Skull freak? I'm a skull freak too. If you can't tell. Okay, well, I love you. I'm gonna go snuggle my mans. Alright, bye! My brother getting back was just like the heart, because at first they were like, yeah, we're gonna bring him back to, I was in Virginia at the time, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna bring him back to Virginia, and he was home for him was in San Diego. Jeez. And they were going to do both. They were going to bring him out and then let him go to San Diego, and then changed their minds and said that they would only bring him to San Diego. Hi, Crafty Nana. Thank you. I meant if their mission is essential, I just used the wrong there. Oh, got it. I think I understood what you were saying. So far, so good. long did it take to make skull? The skull is, come on, brain, slip cast. So it comes from a mold. So I have to pour it, and then it sits for a little while, and then I demold it, and then it takes about, I don't know. I've never paid attention to the time for how long it takes to clean up out of the mold. And then for the crown, I hand built it. I ran it through the slab roller. There we go. And then I had to let that set up and dry, and then I attached them together. So that's where we are. These came from silicone molds, and you can see it's very hard to get them out in one piece. They almost look not the same. We're just gonna go with it. I don't think anybody's gonna notice by the time this thing has glaze on it. Gigi, it's beautiful you're doing some color on a skull. Are you doing some color on the skull? Yoni, I have not decided. I'm not sure. I'll probably make the crown antique gold like usual, but I don't know what I'm going to do the jewels, and I don't know if I'm going to leave the skull white or if I'm going to, I don't know, do it black or... I have not decided yet. We're going to have to see what happens. Crafting Anna says, when I was in school, I had handmade a skull by looking at the science lab skeleton. That is awesome. I do sculpt sometimes, but it just takes too long. I can't both make enough to sell, and then, you know, like it takes like so many more hours. So I prefer to work with a base and add stuff onto it. But I am hoping to work on sculpting some skeleton busts within the next couple months to also sell. But yeah, I need to make sure that I have enough. I feel like I'd show up in October to oddities with like 10 things. Yours is awesome. Thank you for saying so. Thank you for saying so. I really appreciate it. It's very encouraging. And I appreciate it a lot. That's another good thing about doing these things live, is getting like feedback. Like immediate feedback. So. Need 2 red LEDs in the eye sockets? Yeah. I wonder if they make, you know those like LED battery candles? I wonder if they make those in like red. Then I'd only need the one. And then it would just be like glowing red on the inside. You're welcome. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Oh, she cracked. We can fix it. this is all just kind of, I'm testing to see if it, you know, this idea is actually possible. Where's my pen tool? Or needle tool? There it is. So now, I need to figure out what kind of, put some jewels there, what kind of shape. Circle, diamonds. Just gotta see what I have because it's gotta be symmetrical. Mine was for grades. I had to do it by hand. Mine don't look as near as good as yours. Well, I didn't make the mold. It's a vintage mold. So I'm just putting things together at this point. Doing my best over here. Just trying out. I'm in like a Facebook hand building group, and people were asking about, oh, what molds should we try? And they were recommending these pink ones, so I'm trying them out. I filled them on Friday. That doesn't look so terrible. And they're okay. It's just where you would expect there to be issues is in these really tiny bits. So that one came out. Maybe this one will come out. It did. It's rough. We'll see. I'll probably use those. The nice thing about when it gets warmer out here is that it's easier to add slip to stuff for like building it up. Okay, I'm missing some stuff. Going back, Leo said, when I lived in Minnesota, I won first place in Twin Cities and Tri-State area for the best haunted house. That's so cool! Carolina said, I'm doing an awesome job. Thank you so much. Leo, wait, you're getting out of the service. Must have spent $6,000 to $8,000 for a week of fun. You're not gonna reuse them? Sorry, little one got into it with a door. Oh, out of the Navy now. Thank you for serving. Anyway, what was I saying? That it's easier to build up layers of slip when it's drier in here because it dries faster. It's very helpful. Door one. Oh, thank you for the likes. Super appreciate them. hard out here being a toddler. Everything's out to get you. I just noticed a raised area. I want to make sure that these are attached so that they don't crack later. I'm going to spray this guy down, and then I'm going to get up and grab some more jewels out of the wet box. This looks... that would have been cool. That's fine. I'm going to stick these in the wet box. Very upset with Dad right now. Dad make him do it? I think Taylor's doing a great job too. Let you guys take a look. Looks a little bit uneven. It'll be fine. I like those a lot. Oh, these are quite interesting. Let's see if we got 2 of them. Got 2 of those. And these over. They're so tiny. Dad opened the door as Little was messing with the handle. Aww. Looks like I have... they're not the same. They're not the same. I think this one was that one. No, it's not. That one is. Looking for another one of those. Ticking like a clock. No matter of time before we all run out. Oh, I never meant to break, but I got it what I wanted now. Oh, it was never my intention to break. Steal it all away from you now. 'Cause it feels so good.
many do I have of those? I thought I saw one of those. Trying to find pears. I'm sorry, guys. He'll be fine though. He's a tough cookie. Poor kid never stood a chance. Flat on the floor and it was downhill from there. Oh. Sorry, I'm looking for like matching pears. Some of them I dropped on the floor when I was demolding, so that's why I'm having so much trouble. I think those are the same. One of them involving you. Okay. I think this is a good start. Am I gonna use all these? I don't know. Maybe he's a stone on its forehead? In there? Maybe so. These ones are dry, dry, dry. $6.41. I assumed it would have been much later. Let's see if this guy is breaking. Not coming out. Oh, that one broke too. What about the rest? That's just too much detail. Whatever. 9:41 in Ohio. 6:42 here. Ohio. Okay, okay. I like that.
got something going here with this one. Oh, about to sneeze. Bless me. I'm blessing myself, not demanding to be blessed. I never meant to brag. Did I ever spray this? I don't think I did. Ah! Oh. Bless you, thank you. You do the same thing? You bless yourself? Just like I feel like something has to be said, and I don't want to wait for others. I don't know. I feel like excuse me isn't right, but something needs to be said. Exactly. Exactly that. I don't want anybody to feel pressured to, like, to bless me. And maybe it's also a little, I'll save my own soul, thank you. Okay. Symmetry is hard. Okay, it's hard. This guy needs a spray all over. I don't imagine that there will be a color difference. It's not gonna matter though. You know, that you can tell that there's like a difference in color between the two, but I don't think that once it's fired there will be. It's hard to match But if I don't have something even, it'll drive me crazy. See, I gotta let it go. Like, so I will spend too much time. More time than needed, especially for like what the cost of however much I'm going to sell this for, which I had to learn when I was doing production pottery for another potter. You just sometimes it's just fine and people don't even notice, like you notice, you know. So a little bit easier to learn in pottery because you have so much loss. Like, there's no guarantee that this thing is going to make it through all 3 firings. So it doesn't really matter if it's even. Gotta get going. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out, Taylor. You have a good night. I have to eat dinner. So I'm gonna probably end this in like 10 minutes. I'll put this guy in the wet box and we'll continue on tomorrow. And I'll probably post him in my stories at the very least when he's done. Looks like everybody's clearing out anyway. Appreciate everybody that's hung out today. It's a nice way of getting to know people. What else? Could easily go like right there. Triangles or the teardrops are looking best here. Maybe I should do these. Problem is they're very dry. So I can get some moisture back into them. Might be in business. This is probably too big. I don't think it's doing what I want it to do. I don't know about these either. I think I've changed my mind about those triangles. I think we're gonna cut these off and then I'll leave it here and clean up. It's much easier to cut it off the other way. Oh, and that one we've lost to the floor. It's fine. Yeah, it's gotta be different. It's gotta be something that takes up a bit more space. This might be better. I don't know. Is the crown separate? It doesn't come off now, it's attached. But it was not in the mold. I rolled it out with a slab and cut the crown from a template, shaped it around a bucket, then put it together and attached. Okay. I'm gonna put all of these little jewels and things back into the wet box so that they're ready for tomorrow. And I'm gonna call it just having ideas. If this was smaller, that might look better. This one will probably come out now. Doesn't look too bad. Besides the bubbles, the rigid, these are much better. These are just too much detail in them. But yeah, this is hopefully the first of many. Well, I tell you, earlier today, before I got on live, when I was making the crown part, I didn't think we were going to get to the point where I was going to be able to stick it onto the skull. So I am very happy that we even got to do this today. Because the crown was not cooperating. It's cool. It's a shame. Just take them out in pieces. Not working. I think that's how it was. Like that. And there were some other pieces. It just didn't come out. Maybe this one. Broke again. But yeah, these little bits are just not made for it. Doesn't look too bad though.
I'm gonna save these pieces and I'm gonna put them back together, and I might be able to use some of it. Did what we could. Okay, guys. I'm signing off now. I'm gonna wash my hands, sign off of the OBS stream, and then sign off of this stream. So, thank you so much for hanging out. If you're watching, you're not already following, give me a follow. If you're watching me over on YouTube, give me a sub. If you're watching me over on Twitch, give me a follow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's been great getting to know you guys. See you next time. I'll be right back to say bye. Have a great night.